live yet, so just gonna give it a second here. I don't see us in the Facebook group, but I recognize that some of you are joining us elsewhere. So if you are seeing us and we aren't seeing you, just say hi. Let us know. If you're watching the replay, give us a hashtag replay and let us know. Okay, so this does say that we are live, but I don't actually see the video. So. Okay, there we go. It just said the title, but no picture of us. Okay, we're here. Hello, happy Friday.
Hello.
Had to give it a second there. So, and last week I actually realized that, did we go live last week? Whatever. The last time we went live together, I realized after the fact we had all these comments that were not showing up. So I'm just going to preface by saying Restream has been a little funky lately. So if you are commenting and we're just like not seeing it, not saying anything, that's probably why, but we will try to respond to everything as it is happening. But we are streaming to multiple platforms, so sometimes you might get lost in the mix. So the best place to probably watch us is inside of the Success Zone Facebook group, because I have that up so I can see those comments going. So there we go. Okay, so that came through. My apologies. I just, want to make sure we're good in all that technical stuff. Okay, I'm going to stop. You know me and my human design.
I do.
You will tell me all about it. I have to just make sure that it's all right.
You do. That's all right. We're gonna actually get into all of that today, honoring who you are.
We are. Okay. So, happy Friday again. Thank you, anybody who is joining us live. And if you are watching the replay, again, let us know. Say hi. But today we are going to be talking about, redefining entrepreneurship is obviously the overarching topic of this series that we do together. But really today we want to talk a little bit about intuition and using your intuition to guide your overall success and skyrocket your income, and how this really plays into your overall success. So I'm really excited to talk about this one. Not sure about you, but
I'm very, very excited. You know me. I can talk about this all day long. It's actually been the single biggest game changer in my own business, as well as in my clients' business, is learning to connect with your inner intuition, your inner guidance system, like how you make decisions for yourself, really getting to know you, what you need to surround yourself with, but the part of it of decision making and how your body actually guides you as to what's right and what's not right for you, for your life and your business. Single biggest game changer that I have seen. So definitely very, very passionate on this subject. So I'm excited that we're gonna dive into it a little bit deeper today.
Me too. And yes, I can say, from the perspective, because I think we've talked about this, that I work with you, and even just the knowledge that you've brought to me about myself and my own design, and helping me to really tap into my own tuition has been really intuition. Did I say intuition or tuition? You know what I meant. I think I said tuition, but I meant intuition.
Yes.
And it's been a game changer. And I'm also just noticing, I did actually open my personal profile on Facebook here, and I put some comments in, and they are not showing up in our comment stream. So that tells me very, very clearly that all of our comments are not coming through. So my apologies if we don't see you. But
yeah, I see a couple that you've put in.
Yeah, those were in the Facebook group.
Okay, perfect.
So all right. Doing some testing, because that's what I do, is I like to test things.
Yes. Perfect. Yeah. So my personal tool of choice is human design. There's lots of tools out there, so it doesn't have to be, human design, but it's really whatever tools that resonate with you, that can get you to know yourself better, how you make decisions, like what is best for you, what's not best for you, is really the starting key. So while we'll probably focus more on human design today, for those of you that aren't into human design, that's cool. Continue to watch, because what we're talking about can be applied, a lot of it, to other tools. And the overall arching concept is getting to know yourself better, and like what that guidance system is to really refine how you make your choices. So if you aren't cool with human design, not a worry, keep on watching. There's still going to be some tips and tricks on how to really use that information that you gather to make those decisions. But human design happens to be my chosen tool. It was a tool that, I've taken, I don't know how many Myers-Briggs and all kinds of different, the Fascinate test and different things. And they're all super useful information. I know you've taken a bunch of them, Lori, and they all provide different levels of insight. But for me, human design let me go to like next level. It was literally the energies that I have that explained a lot of what I thought were weird things, and let me honor who I was. So here's the thing, and we've talked about it before. There's no one way to do business anymore, but how do you decide what works for you, right? So kind of giving myself permission, like finding out what my human design is and all the deep little layers of it, I was able to give myself permission to be me. And go, you know what? Just because I have a ton of people telling me to do this and a ton of people telling me to do this, and well, this is what you need to do, and you're not going to get anywhere if you don't do this, or this is the system that you use, or whatever the case may be, it's probably a very good system. It is probably very good advice, and it's probably worked for them, and it will probably work for a lot of folks. But it might not be the right approach for you. So my own journey, my human design, if you guys are familiar, I'm a sacral generator, very gut oriented, like that true gut feel. I get it, right? And probably a lot of times in my life, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to go with my gut feel. That feels right. But I didn't really know what that was or how to get in touch with it. But understanding it and learning it, I'm like, oh, that is truly how I need to make decisions. And it's very quick and in the moment. So if I stop and wait a day and think about it, no, I'm liable to think myself out of the right thing, think myself into the wrong thing. That's when I'm going to be hit or miss with those right decisions. But if I make those decisions in the moment, and I'm not going to lie, it's pretty darn scary when I do. Like I get done with it and I'm like, oh my God, what did I just do? Best decisions I've ever made. But if you can lean into it and learn that is actually yourself, your inner self guiding you where you need to go, holy crap, quadrupled my business in 4 months.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So, and it's not the same for everybody. I did share, I guess I did that in the Facebook group. I can probably put it on my personal profile as well. But the link to just one of the sites where you can go pull your human design chart. And, this isn't necessarily all human design, intuition and whatnot, but to your point, it really gives you a lot of clarity, I think, on your specific style, because we'll talk about me too. And I am very different in terms of my intuition and how I need to follow that. So knowing that is going to help you to really skyrocket your success and how to listen to that. So I am newer to human design than you are, but I know that it's been a bit of a game changer for me. And I have used other things in in the corporate world, definitely like Myers-Briggs and DISC and some of those the predictive index, right? Was that another one? Or was that?
I think that there's something similar to that. There's like archetype. Now how you pronounce it?
I hate that
archetype. There's Fascinate. I've taken that test. There's Oh God, there's a financial one. I mean, there are so many of them, and I've gleaned different bits of information from all of them. Like they're all very useful. Human design just happened to be the one that like put all of the pieces together for
Yeah,
me.
agreed. I really do enjoy it. Like in comparison to some of the other ones, human design has been really helpful for me. I really also felt a connection with the Enneagram in terms of just like knowing what's right for me. And it's very similar to human design in many ways. And I think that's probably why. But understanding yourself and how you make decisions and your intuition and how to really understand and listen to that is a huge part of your overall success. And I will say, like, actually listening to that has been a game changer for me as well. Actually listening, that's the important piece to say, because sometimes like you'll hear, that intuition coming out, right? You'll hear it saying things and then you ignore it. And then you wonder why things are crap and they don't work. So unlike you, I don't make my decision right in the moment. I have been told that it is best for me to wait, and specifically someone's voice in my head saying, give it 24 hours before you make any decisions. And I actually had one come up yesterday. Take a guess whose voice that is, y'all.
I don't know.
I actually had an opportunity pop up yesterday, and it was, investing in something. And it does, like in the moment, it did feel really right. But I was just like, no, I'm going to wait and say, can you give me 24 hours? Can you give me a day to just think about this and feel into it a little bit? Because that's how I know I'm going to not regret any of the decisions that I make. And understanding this and understanding how I personally work has been, when I listen, very, very helpful. And how this actually affects our business, like you said, has helped you to like 4 times your income, right?
Yeah. It's and waiting for, I do feel like, because Laura, you're an emotional authority. And so you're also a manifesting generator, which can be like you've got all of the ideas and you just want to initiate everything, but you're not a true manifester. You're not meant to initiate. Like we have to wait for the right things to respond to. But how do you know what that is? Well, it's following your authority. So you're an emotional authority, which means you actually have to wait before you make your decision and see if you feel the same 24 hours later, somewhere in that. It's not a strict 24 hours, but somewhere a day later, see if you feel the same, or if there's a nagging, it seemed like a really good idea, but there's this piece of it that may not feel right. Don't do it. All I can say is don't do it. If there's that little piece that doesn't feel like a hell yes, it's your sign not to do it. But it can be frustrating for those that want to initiate things and have all these ideas and like answer in the moment, which is what I do. But then there's times where I'm like, can I just think about it? Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to. Hold on. And
then you go into overthinking, right?
Exactly. But you actually have to feel your way into it for about a day to see if you feel, not think, but feel the same way. So your decision-making process looks a little bit different. And some are like, how do I delay making a decision for a day? Well, you just do. Like people, people will need to understand that's how you roll, right? Honor you. It's okay to say, it's cool, let me think on it. You're not really going to think on it for a day, even though I know you will. But hey, let me think on it for a day. I'll get back with you. Like, you just don't have to commit in the moment.
And it does become easier. And I will say, you and I actually had this like exact conversation this week, because I was saying, like, it's so, for me, it was like so unnatural to do that. Now, not unnatural because it was wrong for me, but unnatural because, my whole professional career before starting my own business, it was ingrained in me, like, you have to get back to people immediately. Like, that's service, right? That's, whether it's a vendor, whether it's a client or a customer or a guest, because I was in the hospitality industry and tourism. So like, you want that answer right away when you're, calling down to the front desk, or your salesperson for your big conference, is answering a question. You don't want them to say, oh, well, actually, let me think about that for a day and then I'll get back to you. Right. Like, now I want confidence. I want you to tell me what I need to know now. So that, and for anyone that's worked in any type of service industry, like in the corporate space, before you had the ability to make all of your decisions yourself as a business owner, it's going to feel a little bit difficult for you if you are like me when it comes to making decisions and are that emotional authority. But it really, really does make a difference. And, how it impacts our business. I've definitely gone the wrong way and tried to make a decision in the moment because, oh, well, that sounds good. And one comes to mind for me. Like, I was just thinking of this contract, and this was, I don't know, 1.5, 2 years ago, this opportunity that came up for my company. And it was more on like the consulting and services side than the coaching side. And at first it was the money, it was like a $40,000 piece of business. So it was a decent chunk of change. And it's like, I want the money. Right. So like in the moment, I'm like, well, yeah, this sounds amazing. And then, so we agreed it. I sent a contract, they signed it. And like, as I actually sat with it, like over the next day, I was just like, I started to feel like so like restricted by this contract because it was actually not the type of piece of business that I wanted. So in the moment, it was like, oh yeah, heck yeah, that feels good. But when I actually sat and thought with it, like, yeah, of course the money sounds good. And I like the people, they're nice, but the actual work that I have to do really, really does not feel right for me. Yeah. And we did try to force it, for a little bit, but every time we had a call or a meeting, I could just feel like that it was off, it was wrong. And we ended up mutually deciding to break that contract because it just was not a good fit within a month, which was for the best. But I could have avoided a lot of headache, time, pride, like having to tuck my tail between my legs, all of those things. And I could have put that effort and that energy into bringing in the right pieces of business. And when you actually know how to listen to your intuition and you can do that in the right way, it can really impact how you bring business in, the clients you attract, and when you have the confidence in actually listening to yourself, that is when you really become very. It's Friday.
It's all good. All good. We all have days.
Oh my gosh, great part. It is like Friday. I will fully admit today I didn't get my normal start to the day, and had an early meeting. So I woke up a half an hour before I started my calls this morning.
Had those days too. Try to avoid those, but they happen. They happen sometimes. But like Lori was saying, you make these decisions and you feel good in the moment. And this is for emotional authorities. You feel good in the moment, but then you start thinking through it. Well, what happens when you make those decisions by not honoring how you're supposed to make decisions according to who you are, leads to feelings of, if you're a generator, frustration. It may lead to feelings of like bitterness. If you're a projector, or again, this is human design, but like based on who you are, it can lead to those like, who wants to be frustrated every day doing business? I mean, come on, there's enough that we have to
business for ourselves, right?
There's enough we have to juggle, and there's going to be frustrating moments and things like that. But you don't want your overall experience in business to be frustrating, to make you feel bitter, to make you feel angry. Right. Those are just a few of the not self themes in human design, but those are the feelings that come up. Right. So, when I was being introduced to my human design, and there were pieces that I didn't necessarily identify were frustrating, but once I knew this information, I was like, wait a minute. I hate doing that. And like, I will put that off. Like, I would go poke my eyeballs out before I do that thing. And it'll wait 2 weeks. It'll wait 4 weeks. Like, I just don't, it's frustrating for me. It's confusing. It's all of the things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is my red flag that I didn't make a decision right, or there's not the right pieces around me, or there's something wrong about that situation that's not aligned to me. So it's my red flag to look at either how I made the decision, what is around me, to really analyze it and then try to fix it. And so when I started trying to do that, I mean, that was letting go of clients. That was saying no to business. Quite frankly, it opened me up to a heck of a lot more business that was much more aligned. I don't feel like I work. I mean, who wants to work but not feel like they work?
Yes, please. Right. I have
say
those
no.
days too.
Right. Learn to say no. But it's like that feeling that's associated with whoever you are and how you're built. And that's your red flag to look at what is actually going on. And if you will listen to it, keyword listen to it, stop and look at it. Like, I was able to fix a lot of things way before they got out of control. I mean, it's a journey. You don't get it right every time. There's, like Lori was saying, she was making a decision in the moment and thought about it a day. And, it's one of the worst decisions she made as far as contract work. Well, I've done them. Let me think about it because I'm not really in touch with my gut feeling on this one. I don't know where I'm at. Let me think about it. Not a smart move on my part. Just whatever if that gut feeling is, I don't know, that is a feeling. And that's something I probably need to say no.
Yeah.
Right? Even an I don't know for me is probably a no. Unless it's a hell yes, you're probably not going to get me to say yes. Right? But it's getting in touch with that. It's listening to you. It's picking up on your intuition, your inner guidance system, like how you need to make decisions, but intuition can also be how you pick up things with working with clients and working with customers. Like, it's that feel that you get that knows it's the right thing. So I pick up those when I'm working with clients. Like, I will pick up those things on what they say and actually what they feel. Oh, I love Apple.
The Apple level.
Apple for the win.
I thought it was only on Zoom.
Yay. Apparently it's not only on Zoom. This is great information to know. But I don't even know where I was. It's a total conversation stopper. I don't even remember where I was. But
intuition. I mean,
thank you.
Conversation.
Thank you. I will pick up on things with talking to people. Like, I actually have an undefined solar plexus, so I can, it makes me susceptible, and I can pick up on feelings and things like that. Sometimes a little bit more powerfully than those that have a defined solar plexus. Like, I can pick up on emotions and pick up on things. It's learning what you will naturally pick up on and can provide wisdom and help in that situation or that thing. It's whatever energy you bring to the table and whatever energy you bring to the team. It's picking up on those things, honing in on it, learning to trust it, and owning your gift. Like, that's a gift, and everybody has it, right?
Yeah.
But it's a gift, and it's just learning on how to hone in on that and use it, whether it's one-on-one with a client, whether it's developing products, whether it's, it can be business and in your life, but really learning to own that. Like, that's a cool gift, and it can vary per person.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, the thing is the sooner I think that you actually start to recognize this and like how it works for you, the easier business will feel. The sooner you're going to feel, right, that feeling that you talked about earlier of, I don't feel like I work at all. And, some days I definitely feel like that too. I'm like, like these are the days that I used to, like, I was having this feeling this week because that like week before like Christmas or like between Christmas and New Year, and like when you were like in the corporate world, if you had to work that week, how it was just always just so easy and quiet, and you're like, I wish every week was like this. That's what it feels like when you're doing business in the way that's right for you, when you're making decisions and like helping clients, and even the way you're doing your marketing and your sales and everything. in the way that's right for you and you're following your intuition to help guide you in that, that's when it feels so easy. And it feels like that week in your corporate world between Christmas and New Year's when it's just so easy. I actually always loved working that week because it was so easy. I love it. And that's what I feel like every day in my business.
Yeah.
Not always. It hasn't always been that way, but.
Right. Doesn't mean as an entrepreneur, like we're not blowing smoke up. There's going to be days periodically, you know, things are going to happen, but it's how you learn to go about navigating those situations that do come up last minute, that do require you to go, okay, I got to deal with that. And this was supposed to be an easy day. Getting in touch with that intuition and how you make decisions actually makes navigating those days a whole lot easier. You know, I feel much more grounded. So there's days things don't go as planned, right?
Yeah.
Like today, I was kind of late showing up today. It's not my normal thing. I am normally the early one. But things happen, and it would normally just throw me off and make my day crappy, and just I'm like, oh God, I started my day and I was late for this, and then it just ruins the rest of my day. But it's okay, learning to roll with things by being more grounded and more in touch with yourself, giving yourself grace, honoring you, honoring what's happening in life, because life happens. We can't control everything.
What?
And this is getting a little off topic, but it also helps you go through those days as an entrepreneur where, yes, I would like every day, all day to feel easy. Well, okay, I'm going to be honest. There's going to be days where not every day is going to feel 100% easy. However, like I said, learning this and being able to navigate it easier, like I feel the most grounded I have ever felt with rolling with the punches. I'm like, yep. Don't feel like doing that. Okay. Nope. We're going to wait on that. And I'm good with it. Before, totally not good with it. Like would just throw me in a tizzy, and I'd worry about it and I'd think about it. And me, the operations person, tries to solve it and find a solution. And now it's knowing who I've surrounded myself with. I'm like, no, my team got it. I'm good. Right?
Yeah. And I just posted a comment here. So I'm just it's like 10 minutes old, but I'll just pop it up so that people can see it. This is one of our fellow human design nerds because I clicked over to the other comments that we can't see. So Sarah, Jamie, hello, Patty, hello. Like anybody who's watching outside of the Facebook group, we're not getting comments coming in right now. So I will try to catch them from time to time, but this was Jamie, yes.
Yeah, it's definitely that whole decision-making process just becomes really easy. And I've honestly, you know, I'll tell you as part of my journey again, you know, I try to follow my gut in the moment. It's like, yes, let me meet with that person. You know, it's a new connection. I'm a natural networker, and being given permission to go, yep, networking's your thing. Talking to strangers, maybe not. And, you know, being okay with that and rolling with it. But yes, this is I'm going to have a great meeting. And like, I'm going to take this on. May not be the right feeling in the moment. Like now I'm getting very discerning about what that true hell yes feeling for me is, because then I'll go, okay, I'm going to delay that. I'm going to reschedule that. That's not me. I don't reschedule. If I book it, I'm going to follow through on it, no matter how frustrating I think it might be after I've committed. I'm going to follow through on it, right? No, I don't anymore. I honor if there's something that I'm putting off and it's clearly not just, there's a reason, right? And so I look at it and go, okay, what's the reason though? You know, do I have a block? Do I have something I need to clear? Is there a fear that's stopping me? Again, human design helps me know what fears that get activated by certain things that now that I'm aware of, I can go, oh yeah, okay. That fear is stopping me. What do I need to do to kind of break through that fear? And what do I need to surround myself with? And how do I need to make a decision in that moment based on that fear that's being triggered? So again, human design is super in depth and can help you really navigate your natural superpowers. But it's just a tool to help get in touch with. Enneagram can help you do the same thing. Like there's a lot of, again, human design just happens to be more our tool, but there's a lot of tools.
I think it's the tool of the moment for a lot of people in the online space, especially in the coaching world. But I shared on Facebook anyway, I shared the link, but it's I think like myhumandesign.com or something. So if you don't know your design, definitely recommend that you go and you pull that. And I will say, like, they don't make it easy to find information to like decipher what it means. And I will say, just like quick little plug for you, that with Mara, she works specifically with human design when it comes to teams and like from a leader's perspective and that team perspective and building teams around that. So, especially if you are either in process of building a team, getting ready to think you're going to be, like, definitely, recommend speaking to her in more depth about this, because it really can influence so much, not just for you individually, but how you operate your business, how you hire people. And it really just has an impact on so many different things. And, kind of just the energy in which you're in affects how you show up in your business, and how you show up, that energy determines who you attract, how you show up, how consistent you are in the actions that you're taking, whether or not you're doing the right lead generation activities that are actually going to work for you. And so it's so important. And even if you're hiring the right person to help you with, say a lead generation activity, or your marketing or whatnot, like knowing the right people that are actually going to be supportive of you and not cause you further frustration. Because I know this has happened to me, and I know, definitely lots of my clients too, where like they've hired people thinking on paper, like, hey, that they look good, but in reality, you just don't mesh well together. So it also not only helps you as an individual, but to know as you're growing and scaling your business, how that's going to impact your overall operations. So yes, when you are like that solopreneur, it's going to determine a lot of how you individually operate when it comes to, skyrocketing your success and increasing your income and doing those things. But even as you scale, it's beyond just you too. So taking this into account as you grow is going to impact you at an even greater level. But and just like, I just want to like put out there, when it comes to like that attraction and like lead generation, like think about like a scenario, maybe like, so you said like you're a natural networker, you love networking. Now think about some of you who might be the opposite, right? Where networking gives you like the heebie-jeebies and you hate doing it, and it's just not you, it's not what you, it doesn't feel comfortable. So every time you do it, you end up like just like probably feeling really nervous, anxious, you stumble over your words, and then you feel like, oh God, I lost that opportunity. I was in front of this person, and then you like judge yourself. They feel that, and then you hinder your own authority because and how people look at you, because you're not doing the things that are normal and natural for you. Just like for you, like you are trying to like force conversations, in scenarios that aren't right for you, or you're trying to focus on content and DMs and such, like, where for me, that comes really naturally. It flows really easily.
I get hives.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, maybe not really, but like it feels like I get hives. Like it is so not aligned and not natural. Like I, again, would stab my eyeballs out before I do it.
Right. So you're going to make less money if you continue trying to force that versus like you do networking, you 4 times your business, right? When you do the things that are right for you. For me, like I tried to do, run like webinars / like master classes as lead generation tools. And I tried doing like summits and stuff, and it just felt so off for me. And I was just like, why would I keep forcing this? Because I don't get anything from it. Then I judge myself, and then I'm in that crap energy even more. And then I'm just like, why would anyone want to hire you when you're in that crap energy? So that's what you're putting out. Plus you may even be like hiding because you just feel like shit. So then you're not doing any of the the money-making actions. So it really influences your overall ability to run your business. And when you were in the corporate space, you didn't really recognize this because you were told how you had to run things. Now you have to choose, and you get to choose how you do things. So it's up to you to make the choice to do the things that are best for you and that are going to make your business feel easy, that are going to feel simple, that's going to make money feel easy and simple and just flow in a way that works for you. And that's why, going back to something you said earlier, it's so important to do things and operate within your genius zone and the things that actually work for you, because the more you try to force it, the more frustrated you're going to feel, or bitter, depending on your design, right? That feeling is going to come up, and it's just business is going to feel hard in everything that you do, and you're going to constantly feel busy and like there's just so much more to do, when in reality it's probably really not that much, but it's because you keep trying to force doing something that really feels off, that worked for someone else, that really actually is not meant for you. So,
well, and to your point, like, I identify I'm introverted, and you're like, okay, but you're a natural networker. Like, how are you sitting here telling me you're introverted? So, before I was getting introduced, it was, okay, I'm introverted. Like, I don't like putting myself out there. It's mentally exhausting. Like, I am not a networker. Like, I'm going to put out content and I'm going to like all of these things. Funny thing is, my human design identified that I'm a networker. And I'm like, okay, love it. Love it. But my human design also says, because I'm a natural networker, though, I have people fatigue. So I have to build my schedule to where I'm networking. I'm strategically networking, but I'm strategically building in the time to like recharge, right? So I'm ready to go again. So that's kind of those introverted feelings, but I am a natural networker. Also didn't think I would be doing public speaking. Totally doing a lot of public speaking and expanding into it. Right. And I absolutely love it. Sometimes your design will actually show you what you're really good at, but you've been conditioned to think you're not, or conditioned to not embrace based on other feelings that you've had or what people have told you. So it can be really eye-opening to how to embrace that, but I still honor because I have to go recharge. Like, I can't be on all the time. But I love being on and networking and meeting people, right? But I like meeting the right people. You're not right for me. I'm probably not going to enjoy it. But, but networking with the right people, like, I really, really do, because I also have curiosity channels and energy. And so I get really curious and like to dig deep with people and learn their stories and learn their things. So network, like, it comes naturally to me, but didn't know it. But this was parts of previous businesses that I've had and parts of previous jobs and careers that I enjoyed, but didn't know that I enjoyed, because they drained me. And then you're forced into situations that aren't natural. So then you're really going to feel like you're not meant to do it, right? Because you're forced into those, oh, I hate all of you people here, but I have to talk to you. But when you can put yourself in communities and things, again, if you're a natural networker, like, I feel great. Like, I'm going to like big events and things like that would normally go, oh no, please don't take me there. I'm actually really enjoying. So learning more, I think the big key is learning more about you and what guides you and what drives you, and being able to harness that is key one in your business to make decisions as to resources you engage, or marketing, or people you work with, or how you sell, or all of the things actually help in your life too in general. But the key is, with all of this, is really learning you and how you tick and how you work, right? I think next time we need to go into then how you know about you, then how you know how to build your team or delegate out or get the help that you need.
Yeah, I agree.
Based on this. I think that's okay. Join us next time, because that's going to be the subject. But the key with this one is learning you first.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do. I just recognized what time it was. And speaking of networking, I do actually enjoy networking. And I have a coffee date with one of the amazing members of my community who's local. So I'm going to have to cut it short here. But I just popped over to the personal page again and saw a bunch of comments. So just wanted to recognize, if you're watching over on other platforms other than the Success Zone Facebook group, we aren't seeing comments coming through. So unless we pop over there. But Sarah said, yeah, I need to find a way to not feel pushy direct messaging. I enjoy running my Facebook group, but I'm introverted, not drawn to networking. So yeah, absolutely. You know, like, and the thing is you can do direct messaging in a way that feels good for you. Like, you know, there's so much, and so did you write down what we're talking about next time? Because I've already forgotten.
I will right now.
Okay, because I was saying I just thought of another one too. Like actually doing a whole thing on like lead generation and attracting, you know, leads in the way that are the best way for you. Because, you know, you can do, or just DMing in general, you can do DMing in a way that feels natural for you. And even you, Mara, you can do it in a way, but if you're doing it the way that, like the cookie cutter way that a lot of people teach, it might feel really off for you.
Oh, my way looks really different than what everyone tells you to do. Yeah. But it's what works for me.
But and the thing is you can learn, you can absorb all of the things, you know, that you want from other people. But then when it's going to actually be successful is when you take it and apply it to you and what works for you. Mm-hmm. So Sarah, definitely will do some more talking on this for the future as well. But, you know, just ask yourself, like, let yourself think about what actually feels right for you, because if you're forcing it to do it the wrong way, you're not going to make money on it. And you're going to start, I don't know, you know, you're a human design type, but you're going to probably feel really frustrated and annoyed and not want to do it. And you're going to feel, like you're being sleazy or pushy or salesy, versus if you're just having a conversation in a way that flows and feels natural for you, you're not going to get that same feeling. So, okay, so I do have to go so that I can go meet my copy date here. So we have our next.
I have our list.
We have our list.
We have our list.
Anything that you guys want us to talk about when it comes to redefining entrepreneurship, doing business your way, human design, or just really, you know, being able to simplify and refine your business so that you can do less, enjoy your business more, and make a shit ton more money, let us know. We're happy to talk about whatever. So we will talk to you all again soon. I don't think we have any more scheduled this year, so we will talk to you.
See you in the new year.
And we'll talk to you all soon. And again, reach out to us with any questions. And oh my gosh, I feel like major FOMO because I don't have Apple, so I don't get the cool graphics. So you're just gonna have the party for us over there.
I'll have the party. It will be party central over here, but hopefully you guys all have happy holidays. We will see you all in 2024. If either one of us can help you with 2024 planning, with anything that we've discussed that intrigues you, reach out. We can have a chat. There's no obligation, but reach out, see what kind of help is out there. Don't stay frustrated and lost in your businesses. You don't have to delay. No. Like, you can move forward and you can build the vision that you want to build. So thank you all for joining us
your way
today.
In 2024 and make a shitload of money doing it. Reach out to us if you want to know how.
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to you soon.
Awesome.